Okay, guys. So during my live stream, a friend of mine asked me how I got a custom font and custom cursor, and I was like, if you want, I'll make a video on it. And he was like, sure. So here I am making the video. So this is Bloxstrap. If you've ever played Minecraft, it's like Lunar Client for Minecraft, but instead of Lunar Client, we've got Bloxstrap for Roblox. So yeah. Anyway, I'll have the link down below. Just download the exe. It's all safe. You can trust me on that. And then you open it. Obviously, it'll say this, and then you should get a pop-up saying yada yada yada. And bottom, ignore all the features that are currently there, and just press install in the bottom right. Should be like there, and then you have to wait a second, and then you have to click install again. I'll have an image up hopefully on screen showing it. But once you install it, you then search up in Windows. Let me do it here. Menu, and you'll just have Bloxstrap menu. Open that up. Or just close my Roblox so it's still here. But we've got a lot of features here. We've got enable activity, so I don't know. I've got this enabled. See server location when you join a game. Maybe you can enable it for you. I've got Discord rich presence, so it shows on Discord, on my Discord, what game I'm playing, which is kind of cool. There is multi-instance. I would not recommend using this. Just use like Roblox accounts manager. If you want me to make a video on that, tell me. I will. Um, not looking for yeah, whatever. And then we got mods and stuff. So you've got the use old death sound. I personally quite like using it. Default mouse cursor, leave that to default. If you do want to change it later, use old avatar editor, whatever. Emulate old character sounds, yeah. Enable that if you want. Stops desktop for apps from showing, especially when you leave a game. Yep, enable that if you want. Preferred emojis, it is what it is. I don't really care. You can change this. And now we are here to apply a font. This is what you will probably be wanting to click on to apply your custom font. So if we go to, for example, the font, I'll have this linked in the description as well if you want. But there are tons of fonts. If we just reload it, new ones will appear. If you want, look for a specific one. I'm gonna go for like maybe sci-fi kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna quit my previous one. This one looks kind of cool, to be honest. Just downloads. There you go. So if I then click on the folder, uh, here it is. We have this. So if you want, you can come here, right click, or you can move this to, for example, your desktop if you want. I'll do that just for this video. And then you're not right click, sorry, right click on it, and then extract all. And then for me, I'll have it just extract it onto the desktop. If you do have zip or something, I believe you right click, show more options. There, if you do have zip, you can just extract it like that. But yeah, now we've got it here. The TTF file, I don't even know. Basically, you then go back to Bloxstrap, choose font. I'll have to blur that out. Desktop, Warzone 2, and then here it is. I believe it should just be the TTF file. I'm not sure if it is, but yeah. So that's how you get that. Just click save for reassurance. Then go back to menu, Bloxstrap menu. It's not running in the background. It's just like a little bug. And then once you're here, we can go to fast flags. So personally, I've got a laptop, but if you've got over which only has a 60 hertz screen, but I like to see big FPS numbers because who doesn't? So I always have that set to 120 because I know I'm not going to get over that in games. But if you do have a high refresh rate monitor, set it to your refresh rates monitor unless you want a chance for screen tearing, enable it to higher, but you can do that. Preferred lighting, leave that alone. Enable ability to hide GUIs. You have to join their group, obviously. You can enable this. This is for like YouTubers and stuff. Everything will be in their group. Use old material, check textures. You can do that. Preserve rendering quality by displaying scale. You can enable that. I don't know what it does. You can just read on it. Click this. But yeah, just click that and read it. Use alternate graphics quality selector. I wouldn't recommend this if you're going to follow the fast flag editors, but I mean you can. I'm not stopping you at all. We've also got appearance, same as system default. I've got it to dark, obviously. Style, fluent. This is when you launch it. So when you launch, there'll be like a fake bifron. I'll have it on. Why not? The icon, you could probably change this. I don't. I quite like the purple, so I'll keep that. Um, text that shows title of the. I'm just gonna change that to Roblox because why not? Custom icon, yeah, you do you. I'm not gonna stop you. Got behavior. Oh, we can preview you. Yep, there we go. That's what it looks like. We can do ghosts if we want. I don't know. I don't know what this does, to be honest. Whatever. Create desktop icon. You don't need to. Um, yeah, you don't need to. They just search up in Windows menu. Automatically update Bloxstrap. You kind of need to keep this on if you don't want any of your stuff to go away. And yeah, but once you do this, set all your options that you want. We can get on to changing. So you've already changed your font. Here it is. And I'll quickly load up Roblox to show that it works. And as you can see, it obviously does work. By all means, I will have the link to the font in the description. Personally, I'm not a very big fan of this font, to be honest, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to change it later anyway. But let's close out of that. So I just loaded that up. Okay, now we can open up mods folder. This is very important. This is for your fonts. So your font's already here. If you want to change that later, just go back to Bloxstrap, remove applied font, and then just apply another one. But if you do want to change your I forgot what it's called, your cursor, I will then now show you a new what you need to do. So if you give me a second, 1 second. Okay, sorry. We're back. So you want to go into content, and if I quickly look at my previous one, you then want to go to contact. You want to right click, new, make a new folder, and then name it textures. Make sure you spell it exactly like this, no capitals, because Roblox won't obviously see it, because yeah, whatever, I don't know, not my problem. And then once you're in it, so if you would like to make a new shift look, which I will be doing, so if you just come here, personally, you can go to osuskinner.com, whatever, I'll have this link down below. Personally, I quite like this one. So here it is. Do not press download from here. You have to right click, save image as, and then download, and then you can say shift lock. Okay, once you have that, open it. You will need to downscale this image. So if you're on Windows, you can resize this image. I do it to 32 by 32. And then we say shift lock 2, save. Okay, and then obviously we now have shift lock 2. This is a smaller one, the one that you'll use for Roblox, so we can delete the previous one. If you can't do that, I would recommend using Photopea. So you just paste in the okay, let me quickly re-download it. Save image as, just paste it into here, and then you'll go to image size, and then you'll just change it to 32 by 32, keep everything else the same, and that's what you do. That's how you do it. Yes, it might look a bit pixely right now, but don't worry, it'll look perfectly fine in game, as I'll show you in a minute. Export as PNG. That's all you do. Change it to shift lock 3. In this case, save, and there you go. I don't know where I didn't open up. But yeah, you then got it. So I will have Photopea linked down below. We will be needing this later in a second. But then if you go back to, and I've got a lot. To go back to, oof, I don't know where my one is. Okay, yeah. So if you just go back, as you can see, textures, so you go to modifications, content, textures. Now here is where we are going to, of course, paste our shift lock image. So I'm gonna highlight it, drag it into here, paste. Now you are going to have to rename it. So right click, I can't, oh here, rename. I can just backspace, and if you want, I'll have this down below in the description, so you can just copy and paste it. But it's mouse, capital L for locked, and capital C for cursor. Enter. This is now going to be your new shift lock. And then for a normal mouse, whenever you're just moving it around and stuff, you're going to click new folder. This is going to be in textures. You're not going to put this into this new folder. This is by itself. You're going to name this cursors. Enter. Now once you have this, you're going to now come here to Photopea. You could find your own cursor on here. For example, you could choose something like this. Obviously right click, save as image, yada yada, rescale. But this one you need to rescale to 64. But I'm going to quickly create a new project, 64 by 64, create. I'm going to create a new layer, unlock the background, delete that, and now you have a transparent background. So I'm going to quickly make my texture, and I will be back in a sec. Never mind, I've just decided I'm going to do a pre-downloaded one. I'm going to save this one, save image as normal cursor. Once you're here, I'll close out this, yes. And then here, just move down normal cursor, Alt, and then spacebar and drag, Alt, scroll wheel to zoom in. I will just be coloring this in black, paint bucket tool, should be black. Yeah, I don't really mind. I'm probably going to keep this file, and then I'm going to export this as PNG, and then normal cursor to. And then if you do want to make another another cursor for when you do actually click on something, you're going to no, file, sorry, you're going to then click on normal cursor, and then come in, paint bucket again, black, and then I'm, for example, then just going to make the center white. So I'm just going to click here. There you go. That'll do. Export PNG, normal cursor, save. There we go. And as you can see, they're all saved. And then now if we go back to our downloads, and then we also go back to our textures. No, not wrong one, sorry. Cursors. Yes. So then we're going to go back to our cursors, and then in here, so go back cursors, then we're going to create a new folder, and we'll have it keyboard mouse, just like that. Double click, and then in here we are going to paste our two things, whatever they're called. I believe it is these two. I can't see them for some reason. Oh, okay, there we go. So the one that you want to have as your normal one will come here. Also, I have no idea if these are 64 by 64. My bad. 50 by 50. I would recommend doing it 64 by 64. Yeah, there we go. Save. That's going to resave itself. Click 1. I'm going to save that. And then I'm also going to resize this one. Resize. You can do this for free. I'm just doing this to save myself some time. If you're on Windows 11, should be the same. Click 2. Save. Okay. Then I'm going to delete these two. And then move. Click 1 and click 2 here. So the one that you want to have as your base one, you're going to right click, click rename, or just, yeah, whatever. Double click here. Select it all, minus. Now you're going to do arrow. Nope, sorry. Arrow bar cursor dot png. Save. Yep. Then you're going to re-click the second one to arrow cursor. Okay, that should be done. So to re-go through it, we'll go through textures, mouse. So your shift lock should be here. Mouse lock cursor, cursors, keyboards, and then your two mice should be here. I'm going to quickly load up a game to show you that this works. But before you do that, you do have to make sure you press save. Once you do that, you're going to launch up Roblox, and I will show you in a second. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, the cursor is working if you look on the left. Obviously, it is slightly big if I'm being entirely honest. Personally, I will be going back and reshaping this, but as you can see, oof, shift lock. I'm currently playing on max graphics, my bad. I'm lagging. But as you can see, shift locks working perfectly fine. It looks quite nice, if I'm being perfectly honest. The cursor is kind of looking very fat, but as you can see, when we go over something and select it, it does go white in the center. I will personally be resizing this slightly later because it's a bit too big for my liking. But once, yeah, and then I will be showing you how to improve your FPS, because as you can see, if I quickly put on max graphics, obviously it looks lovely, absolutely lovely, but my frame rate absolutely hates it, if I'm being entirely honest. But as you can see, we can also see the whole map. If we then do that, everything's disappeared. It looks dull, it looks normal. Now, if you want to have it look like this and still be able to play on max graphics quality, so it will look like one graphics quality, but you'll be able to see absolutely everything. And I will show you how to do that with the Bloxstrap fast flags. So if we search up menu again in your Windows hotbar, sorry, I had it on my other screen. Click OK, don't worry, it will change later. So you're going to want to go to fast flags. Once you're here, go to fast flag editor. Now I do have two options. So we got the one, this is like the bare, like kind of like the minimum kind of thing. Oh, I've got to change that to 1. Don't know why that's sorry. But I will have both of these down in the description in a paste bin file. This is the one that I normally use. Honestly, I don't remember what half of these do. I would just use this one because it seems like the best to me. But if you just go ahead, copy it, and then go back to Bloxstrap, just import JSON, and then paste down everything here. Click OK. So I'll quickly go through them. This basically overrides texture quality. So every 250 studs, it will be the highest level, and then when it goes up to 250 to 500, it'll be level 2. 500 to 750 will be level 3, and then over 1,000 studs is going to be the worst quality. Personally, as you can see from this one, I have it 500, 750, 1,000, and then 1,100. If you do want to minimize lag as much as possible, you could set this to 100, 200, 300, and 400. That will save as much lag as possible. And then we have the override, quality override. This basically, you know how in Roblox you can change, I showed you just before, how you can change the qualities. This will then force it to, no matter if you put it on 1, 10, 6, 5, 7, you can force it so it always looks like the 1 quality. If you want, you could change this to the 10, the 5, the 6, the 2, the 1. Most people recommend doing the 2, but I personally quite like having my FPS. I don't really care how bad my game looks. So I normally have it on 1. You can yourself change it to 2 if you want or whatever. This one, this is like the shade, not the shade. This is like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just texture. Oh yeah, your textures, how like what good or bad your textures render. Um, just set it to 2, best option. You can set it to 1 or 0. It looks horrible though, and the highest quality one is free if you want to make it look as fantastic as possible. These are just optimizations. Not sure if they make a difference, but I would recommend this one. Disable post effects. This is like extra effects that are unnecessary. Obviously, like for example, in Souls RNG, you might not get the full aura effects or whatever. And then this just render shadow intensity of your character. Add to 0. You don't really need it. So then if I click save and I quickly open up Roblox, as you can see, the Bifron is working, of course, the Bifron launcher. And then if we go to here, obviously we have everything. If I quickly launch into please donate, we've got the custom cursor, we've got the font, we literally have everything. And as you can probably see as I begin to load in, I can see everything and I'm on perfectly fine FPS. I'm over 60. My FPS is flying through the roof and I'm on 100 graphics. Look, if you probably look close enough, and I probably move it up and down, you can tell nothing is happening. Like the quality is not changing. It's just how like much is getting rendered by the camera. I obviously have it up to max because it just renders more, and it doesn't actually do an FPS chunk or anything or destroy your FPS. But I'm not sure if you'll be able to realize, but 250 studs, it's a decent amount. You shouldn't really be able to see the difference, but I personally do this. Um, I guess that's all there is to showcase to you, I guess, about how to get custom cursor, custom text, custom launcher, custom everything, to be honest. And sorry, this is a really long video. I probably did a terrible job at this, but I tried my best. So here you go.